Right, welcome to the worst movie podcast in the world. This week we were looking at A Whisker Away. I think it divided opinions quite a bit. If you continue watching and listening, you'll notice how me and Joe kind of and Ryan veer off to one side of just hating this abomination of a film that makes us question general laws and what should be shown to general viewing audiences. And Decos, the known weeb, lapped it up like a cat lapping up milk. It was so. Continue watching for that, and continue listening. So yeah. All right. This week I'm joined by Ryan.
Hi. How you doing? I want to die.
He wants Joe.
Yes.
And Decos.
He's back.
Hi.
He's
I'm
alive.
alive.
And
He's
sounds
back.
better.
I met the Welsh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Boo. Boo.
All right. Well,
What?
getting straight into it. This week we watched what was it called again? Whisker Away.
Whisker
Away.
Away.
Whisker
fucking-
Away.
A piece of shite.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it was an entertaining time.
Yeah.
It's
But
the
not
fact
for the
that
right
Digos
reasons.
is back this week and we've had to do this.
Yeah,
Correlation.
correlation. I
Makes
think
it-
not.
To
But
make
yeah,
you feel
so
better, it is the worst film out of the choice of three I selected. Because I watched the other one today. Because I watched Drifting Home prior. Then I
Hmm.
watched this today.
Wow.
The Bubbles today. And the
Wow.
Bubbles look way better.
well,
Let
it
me
should
tell
have
you
been
something.
premium.
Let me tell you something. I'm not going to watch the other one to try and counter that fact.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm also. not
I'm
gonna do
going to
that.
have to just take your word for it. Yeah.
I'm also going to avoid that actively. But getting right into things, let's go. And let's summarize this movie before we even properly start talking about it. Let's go into the logline showdown. Let's give
Ooh.
raw,
Oh wait, hold on a minute.
unfiltered
Is you
summaries
guys
of this
aware
film.
about what's been happening the past few weeks for Logline Showdown?
Oh,
No,
I don't think
at
he
what
has.
point? That's the question.
I did not.
Why is Cameron got Ryan?
No, there's nothing there. There's nothing
Oh,
there.
God.
Don't look at it.
No, I'm deleting that. Your box needs to be bagel. Empty.
Don't look at it.
Yeah, basically,
Well, okay,
Decos,
I almost got a point. Twice.
For the past couple weeks, because
God.
there's only been 3 people, it's always ended up being that like everyone votes for each other because it's like an imbalance. And so for the past 2 weeks, we've settled the scores by spinning a wheel. And Ryan has scammed it, even though he spun the wheel. He's scammed it twice.
Yeah, he
So
won
he's basically
both
had
times.
3 points.
That
For
sounds like
nothing.
Ryan.
It's bullshit.
Oh, is that what's been in the Discord chat then?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the wheel.
I
Goddamn
was
wheel.
wondering about that.
Yeah, so Ryan's the one that spun it, and it just so happened to land on him 2 weeks in a row.
Wah.
Convenient,
I
I
know,
think
Joe,
so.
Yeah, the Hunger Games. I could win those. The odds, they're ever in my favor.
No, right. You know what? For that,
No.
Ryan, you start. What's your log line?
Just for that. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, my log line is quite simple. It's quite short.
Oh.
Succinct, even.
Mhm.
And it's just this film is what pussy does to a motherfucker.
Oh.
Wow. I mean, I feel uncomfortable with what you've just said there.
Oh, it was a pussy cat, Joe.
Yeah,
Oh,
Joe. Yeah,
It was
Joe.
the deep
yeah.
emotional feelings he had towards the cat, not knowing that it was actually
A
a
human
stalker.
being.
Human
Yeah.
being stalk.
Stalking
The
him
real
aggressively.
telltale sign about this film is that if you swap the gender roles,
Oh, it
this
becomes a
is so
massive
fucking-
problem.
Yeah, it's so creepy.
Yeah.
I mean, I found it creepy regardless. I'm gonna be
Like,
straight.
imagine, like he likes my scent.
Oh no, bro. The fact.
We'll get onto that later,
Okay.
but
All right.
fucking
Yeah, we'll get
hell.
onto that later. We'll get onto that. That is one of my notes. This is all caps sense.
Also, I didn't know
Alright.
the sun had a scent.
Apparently, it
that's
does.
true. Yeah,
What
I'm
does
not
the
actively.
sun smell
I'm not
like?
actively
Burning.
sniffing the sun.
Apparently, the same as this small schoolgirl,
Yeah.
which is quite bizarre. Okay,
Guys,
who's
we're
next?
going on a holy
Who
pilgrimage.
is next? That is a good question,
Find the
Joe.
stalk.
I think it should be you.
Me? Okay.
Yeah, because you're out here demanding.
I have a long
You're just
one.
buying time so you can think of a log.
That's exactly what he's doing. But
Well,
I'm okay with that.
hosting. I divvy out these roles equally.
What? Maybe
Yeah.
1 week you should, make yourself go first.
I already
Yeah.
I have a log
Nah,
line.
never.
You'd
I
be
have
a
a log
global
line.
host as
It
opposed
doesn't.
to
It wouldn't feel natural.
Cretan.
Anyway, this week because of my like kind of scapegoat last week, I thought I'd put the extra mile in this time, and I've really tried to write,
You used
something
AI to
from-
write it again, didn't you?
from that. No, I actually didn't. Right, here we go. Everyone has heard the saying that all cats have 9 lives. However, I, on the other hand, only have 1, and I've lost 2 hours of it due to watching this catastrophe of a movie. However, at least now we know who patient zero of the furry pandemic is and can eliminate them for good.
Well, there we go.
This was not patient zero.
She definitely said
I-
some
film
last
I
night.
see
I
what
remember
Joe
there
was
is a film
going
that is
for.
very distinctly
Hey,
patient
stop
zero.
trying to nitpick.
Yeah,
all right?
what's this? It's a
I would
log
like
line.
to
It's
say-
not,
I'm gonna nitpick. I'm gonna
Stop
find which bit
nitpicking.
this furry film.
I would like to say I have watched lots of anime, and this doesn't even come near the borderline of fucked
Yeah,
up, creepy,
I-
weird films.
That's what I fear the most. That's what
Yeah.
scares me.
This
Because
is
I was
pain.
quite
Decos, I think you're next.
no.
I've got a good one.
He's got a good one.
When God sings with his creations, Whisker Away will be part of the choir.
No! This shouldn't be uttered in the same sentence as God. It was damned from the conception of this film. All right.
This is a product from the depths of
This is-
hell.
Yeah, the
devil.
inner circles.
Right at the
No
bottom.
no wonder they say black
Give
cats
boiler
are
room.
like meant to be bad luck.
All right. Well,
You mean
mine
a
is
white
nice and
version of
simple.
itself?
I like to get straight to the point on this. I'm only going to use one word to summarize this movie instantly, and that is bestiality.
I mean, he's
I
not
feel
wrong.
like that's all
There
you
was
need
some-
to really kind of.
Yeah, it was really creepy that he did kind of actually want to fuck the cat.
Yeah.
No,
it was-
no,
yeah.
no, not even. No,
Like, that was
that's
more
not the
just
weirdest
liking your
part.
cat.
That's not the
You
weirdest
didn't
part.
want to fuck
The weirdest
the cat.
part.
I
the
don't know, man.
weirdest
It's like
part is
fondling it in that one
cat
scene. It's
wanted
like
to fuck it.
moaning.
Yeah, no, but the weirdest part is that
Cameron,
girl would
you own a cat.
transform into the cat, knowing that if she like went to this guy, basically like tricking him.
Yeah.
You know, that's got to be a crime. It has
Yeah.
to
Although
be.
I'd like to see
Grey
the people
area.
write up that crime though. Like,
Grey
she became a
area.
cat to like follow this guy. Like, and what?
Turn myself into a
There's
pickle.
there's
and then
nothing in
shit
the
on
rules
Oh.
that says a woman can't turn herself into a cat.
Yeah. Yeah, Joe, you misogynist.
Whoa.
You saying
listen,
women can't become
this
cats and
movie-
follow the men of their dreams?
No.
How dare you?
This movie did nothing for women. Okay, this movie, all it proved is that if you're a stalker, okay, psychopathic, and also a catfish, then you can whittle down.
She was kind of
Yeah,
a psychopath, wasn't she? Like when she jumped through that tree and like she went like, did you?
Bro,
How
she was
fucking
crazy.
horrifying was it when she landed on all fours and started like twitching, going like ah, like some kind of demon crawling from the depths? Like what was that? What the fuck was that?
She
What
thought
was
she
this
was a
film?
cat still. She thought she was a cat.
No, I don't accept that. I don't want to accept that. It hurts.
You have to, mate. It's been done.
And then, when
Vote.
they got the love letter from, this is
Let's
log line. We
vote.
don't talk about this.
Yeah,
Let's vote.
and
All right.
Right.
We are
Yeah,
reaching.
there we go. Ryan's gone. All right, I do kind of like look at Adam Sandler.
Can
Maybe
I
I'll
just say
take
before we
him
go
over
into votings, I did actually find the film that I would consider patient zero for the furry apocalypse our society currently faces.
Is
What
it the all right? Is it the first Space Jam movie because of Lola Bunny?
Nope, it's Zootopia. Zootopia brought it to the mainstream.
Ah,
guess you're right.
Zootopia.
First,
I literally got that dog and then
All right.
Cameron-
So
Cameron votes
Decos,
first.
Decos, do you want to vote?
no, Cameron
I'll vote.
votes first.
Cameron, your vote
Cameron
first.
vote.
Ah,
Cameron votes
you
first.
bastards.
Always votes first.
Well, Decos is like actively disagreed with, so I can't give it to him. And I feel
Why?
like Ryan jumped on Joe's real quick, so as punishment for that, I'm going to vote for Joe's because I actually quite like Joe's.
Hey.
Also, the point this week has to be the cat when he's like touching its leg. It's in that weird cat moan, just like cut out and just given to
No.
someone. It has to
No,
be.
all right.
It has to be.
Not Decos. Joe got the point, so Joe, you vote.
Oh,
It's an interesting one.
Democracy.
I'm gonna. Well, I'm gonna have to go with Ryan's.
Yay.
He was the only one really that had anything of tangible use.
Whoa! Bestiality is the most accurate description out there.
God.
I invoked the name of God, and you said that was not tangible.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
All right. Well, Joe's voted.
My team.
By that logic, now it's Ryan's vote.
Ryan, it's your vote
Yeah.
now. Yeah,
Oh.
he's thinking.
I think I liked Decos's the most, even though definitely a bit of a stealing of previous Joe quotes.
That
No,
was
you know.
my joke.
But he said it
That
louder.
wasn't.
Yeah. All right.
No,
So,
but I
all
bought
right.
it for like.
So
who
Digos
did
has
you
now
vote
got a
for?
point.
He's
So
coming back
Digos-
strong.
Digos,
Oh,
you
so
know what
Digos
you
has
have to do. You know what you
No,
have to do.
Don't.
You know what you have to
Don't.
do. You know what you have to do.
No, let's have something that actually has a nice wrap-up ending this week, all right? I don't want
Please.
another fucking wheel.
Please.
Wheel
We
of
need the wheel.
Inception.
Wheel.
Digos, you're a better man
okay.
than Cameron. Okay, you
I
should.
was going to pick Joe, but you said my
Okay.
love line is not tangible, so fuck you, I'm picking Ryan.
Oh,
Yes!
he won again! No,
Oh!
fucking spin the wheel. Okay, spin the wheel. I vote spin the wheel. Cameron, what do you think? I think we should spin the wheel.
I think we should spin the wheel as well. No,
I
this
think we
is
should
gonna be
spin the
Ryan
wheel.
again. This is
No,
gonna be
no,
him
I
again.
love democracy. Literally gridding Cameron's a bit.
Ah.
All right, let's go. Let's carry on.
Joe,
All right.
It's the overfilled car park.
Yeah.
Well,
All right, let's go.
the part where
whoever
everyone
lands
says
on it
what
gets it becomes free parking.
fucking free park bullshit. Right. Well,
Well, can maybe come up with a log line that isn't just the word bestiality.
it was
Yeah.
an you can't tell me it wasn't an accurate description of this film.
Put in a bit more effort.
It was
More effort, boy.
Oh, what was that? That was a low blow. That was a lot of effort. That took me 3 days to come up with. Anyway, the part
Wait,
where
what?
where everyone says what they thought about the movie and stuff. All right. Well,
Okay,
let's
that's
say what we
really
thought about the movie
heartbreaking,
and
this
stuff.
Okay, he's
time.
got some vocal opinions on this fucking thing.
Who?
You.
You.
Yeah, there's a fucking sickening piece of dog shit.
No,
Also,
it wasn't.
No, cat
What
shit.
what's up with this poster? Why is she in it twice?
No, that was the doppelganger, obviously. Did you not read between the lines, huh? You didn't watch the movie, Cameron.
I did watch the movie,
was
but
Yeah, I don't know why she is in it
That was
twice.
NFL.
no, Joe, it can't be a doppelganger because it's got the little cat mask, which is her cat mask. It
No,
doesn't
it's
have
meant
the
to be. Yeah, no, it's like it's metaphorical and shit, isn't it? It's like she's
Bollocks, that's what it is.
she's
Bollocks.
the cat,
I
but
hate
she's
it.
also
Let's see.
watching.
Let's
You
go
know,
to the
Bad
top
poster.
of my.
Also,
let's
he's
go to the
bulging up in that poster. Look at him.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh no.
Jesus.
That's like in the way they've like drawn that is not good.
Ah!
Well, actually, I'll tell you what then. Let's start on one. We brought it up earlier. One of the first things that it's really early on as well. The first thing that really settled the fact that this was about to be a really weird hour and 40 minutes was his obsession with the scent.
Oh
Now,
yeah.
at first, when it was just a cat, I can be like, okay, it's a cat. Like, oh, okay, you can say it has a scent. But when the fact that the plot twist in this film was he started piecing it together because he started trying to get the human form scent as well. So is he just going around like recognizing people off their like smell? What the fuck
Yeah.
is that?
Make an anime reference, but you won't understand.
It's a load of bollocks.
What he said.
It's just it's just strange from the get-go. I mean, there's no explanation. Why is there a fat gangster cat known as the mask seller? I wanted more of him. He was the only good part of the film.
Oh, the mask
'Cause he
seller
was-
guy. Yeah.
Yeah, because he
I
was
wanted
fat.
that large anime fight scene. You know when he got his claws out, he was about to go whack him, and then it didn't happen. I was disappointed.
Yeah.
Also, can we talk
Well-
about how she's just a fucking psychopath? This person. I mean, look at the
he
poster
is
for one.
nuts.
Look at those eyes. Those are
This
the
girl
eyes
is
of a
nuts.
fucking maniac. Look at it. She's staring him down. She's ready to. Like, the way she's crouched, she looks like a fucking one of those skeletal demons. She's like ready to remove the soul from this poor boy. What is
Genuinely.
that?
Signs of
hate
a
it.
serial killer.
It
all right?
is. I swear
And
she
they all
didn't
just have
blink.
weird anger issues. Like
Yeah.
every like plot hole that came up just resulted in a character like screaming.
Yeah.
Like, she wrote a note that was like, "Oh, I fancy you," and he just becomes like the biggest dick I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
He's like, I fucking hate you, you bitch. She's like, oh.
And then later on, when the poor stepmother is concerned because the child that she's taking care of keeps sneaking out and becoming a cat, and she goes in to check on her, and she just loses her head.
Yeah, she's like, fuck you for caring about me. I hate you. Go die.
It's just bizarre.
Yeah.
I mean, as well, like just the whole this film's a whole lot of fucking nothing until like the final 10 minutes. Like it was an hour of just of nothing that made any sense, and then all of a sudden there's a fucking mystical city. What the fuck is that about?
Yeah, the mystical
Catland?
city came out of fucking nowhere. And what?
Fucking
Did they?
Catland.
Were they getting also right? Why were cats like walking around and acting like people there? Like,
That's
but, like
I was gonna
No,
say
'cause
the
those were
same
people-
thing.
no, they weren't. They weren't.
No, they weren't.
No,
Yeah,
they weren't.
no,
Because
I
the
was
other
gonna say
cat
the
was
same
there.
thing.
Like the cat
Yeah.
that her mum owned went there and was walking around like a person. And as soon as it left, it was just like walking around like a normal cat again. So it's just like fucking
Yeah.
around like some like.
Maybe it's like the
Those are
spirits
people. No,
involved.
because they said They
for
said they
Furry
were people that got in with the mass seller that turned them into cats, and then now that they sometimes regretted their decision because they can never go back to being human. But they became a cat to just go in this cat world and then act like a human. They're at a bar drinking beer. What cat does that? So they become cats.
A cool cat.
No.
Yeah,
So
a cool
the
cat.
plot is about the choices that the real world humans have to deal with, and this is like a metaphor for escaping your troubles and becoming I don't know, a fucking cat. All right, and then these people become cats just to carry on their lives acting
Yeah.
human.
They're even acting like cat. Yeah.
So you're telling me these people were depressed and sitting in a bar when they were human, so they got out of it by becoming a cat, going to the cat world, sitting in a bar and being depressed. What the fuck is going on? It's nonsense.
Honestly, just sounds like an average Tuesday in Bolton.
It's just nonsensical. And okay, sorry, I know I'm talking a lot here, but it just really pissed me off. Like I never thought in an anime film where things are always, just wacky and bizarre. They're meant to be. It's an anime. You can get away with anything because it's not CGI. You can fucking create whatever, but at least have some logical sense. Okay, so you're saying that it's a place and a bridge that only cats can see, but it's not because the human could walk on it, which means it's a physical object. So first of all,
I think I know where you're going. I
So
thought this too.
yeah, first of all,
Yeah,
how's nobody found it? It's
Yeah,
not that
I
only
was
a
thinking
cat can get it.
construction crews maybe would have banged
Yeah.
into it at some point because it's
And
a
then,
fucking
and then at the
massive
same
tree.
time, then but first of all, that's just a bridge. But then at the same time, so if that's actually a physical thing, it's just invisible. So first of all, the fact that nobody's found it is just nonsense. But then second of all, then if that is physical but just invisible, is the entire city tree world also physical but just invisible? How's a plane not crashed into it, or a boat? How's nobody gone? Oh, what's this weird?
Wait, did you say a boat? Hang on, it's like in the sky, Joe.
I couldn't remember if it like came up from the sea though, or like a lake.
There was a lot of bullshit. However, when they left
Yeah,
it,
but
it
they
did disappear.
away from it.
It did teleport away,
The
kind
cats
of.
didn't give a shit that there was a human there.
Yeah,
They did not care. So it's like it's not very
questioned it.
secret.
They were like, "Oh, look,
they
a person."
questioned it.
All right.
Cat civilization, one human boy, I think is aged around 12,
And
appears there, and they
do
don't just
all
pounce
cats live there, or just cats from that town?
Yeah,
because it seems
exactly. I don't know.
like it seemed big enough for a few thousand cats. Did not seem big enough for the world's population of cats, though. So do
So
all
are there
cats
other
go
places?
there? Are there
Are there
other
other
trees?
places?
What I want to know the
Like-
cat lore, honestly. Like,
Yeah,
what's going
we
on?
needed
Rabbit
some
hole.
cat lore.
I need the grimoire books on the fucking cats and how their
Yeah.
society is meshed with it. Because it doesn't look like they're that separate from it. They seem pretty intelligent beings.
They were all just chilling wearing normal clothes. They're not cats at that point. They're people looking like cats. Like, where's the difference? Like, the girl was transforming into a cat, but if she just goes to the tree, can she whack on a fucking plaid shirt and whip out a bottle of
they
fucking...
just walk around.
And just like, yeah, what the fuck? It's goddamn stupid. I'm getting angry. I'm getting angry.
Do you think
Sorry,
they have
I'm gonna...
Burger King in the cat city?
I don't know. I'm gonna take a step back. Someone else can
Club?
speak. I have more things I want to vent about, but I'm gonna take a step back for a moment and let somebody else lead because I'm getting angry talking about this.
He's
Oh.
pissed off. Ryan, is
Mm.
there anything you want to talk about in particular?
The cat.
All right, I would say that as a solid
Okay,
no.
actually, this is a thing with. So, I've been sort of saying the film itself almost is a bit off-putting. The actual cat itself, I feel the way it's animated does not lend itself well to this. It just. There's something fucking off.
It
with
looks
that
like,
cat.
bro, it looks like a cat with like a person face.
Yeah,
That
it's
makes sense.
weird.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
trying to say? Like, it didn't look like
What,
a cat.
the main cat she turned into?
Yeah, it had like a person's face. It didn't look like a cat would look.
It was a person.
No, but she
yeah,
transformed
but,
into a cat at that point. Like.
Yeah, but the other ones
Yeah, but it's
didn't.
like there's just something off-putting about it, almost like
They were
uncanny
trying to
valley.
make it so it seemed more plausible that he
Well-
wanted to bang the cat.
Yeah.
Also, they did not cat like facial expressions anyway when he got happy and excited. So
Yeah, and like
I tell you what,
it just seems so weird when like the whole belly rubbing thing. Like, was he not like worried about that when he found out that it did actually was a person the whole time? He's like,
Yeah,
well,
his
fuck
reaction
me.
to her being a cat the whole time is
Yeah,
incredibly
he was like,
tame.
yeah, he was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But no, it's just like, bro, like I was like really like like weirdly into it with that, and that was
Actually,
a
no,
person
not
fucking
even
stalking me. Like what?
not even just the fact that he didn't seem that unfazed when he found out that she was a cat. To be honest, I think the first thing you should have been questioned is how there's a cat that's turned into her, like a doppelganger. Like, surely that'd be the first question you ask.
Yeah.
So, like, are you like just wearing her? Like, oh my god, the whole concept of the face thing was just bizarre to me.
Yeah,
Like,
that was also weird.
I know in the end it was like, oh, it's a mask. But when the fat gangster cat was talking about it, I actually was envisioning like, is this cat just like skinning human faces and making cats wear them to become human? Like, how's that gonna work? Like, where's this concept come from?
Also, you just said about whether that kid should be questioning that. Well, the cat did take off its mask the first thing it did. So
Yeah.
showing that something weird's going on.
It's all weird. It's
Well,
all crazy.
I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was fun and cute.
It was
Yeah.
not cute. It was not cute in any way. This actually made me hate cats.
I feel like it's a actual. We've actually. Yeah, I know you wanted to watch a horror next week, Joe. But like, I feel like we watched a horror this week. Like, this could have
Yeah,
been easily
I agree.
spun into a horror film.
Borderline.
It could have been. I mean, just look at the poster. That's a horror movie poster right there. Like, an unsuspecting innocent boy gets stalked by this fucking like demon.
Mm.
Easy. Look at it.
Cat demon.
Look at those
It's a cute
soulless
film.
eyes.
It was not. Decos, I'm sorry. I know that you're more into the genre of film than the rest of us, but it was not. It's not cute. It was quite disturbing actually.
It's a cute
It's
film
disturbing.
about not
It was
being
quite
loved.
disturbing.
Distressing and worrying.
Yeah.
It's a cute film about not being loved or felt like you were wanted, so you had wanted to escape and be something else.
That's
And
fine. That's
In
fine.
the end, love prevails.
First of all, why was I've never known out of all of like you know how like in these other anime films, like Howl's Moving Castle, Spirited Away. I swear they're also quite famous for like making food look really good within the film,
Yeah, this one did
and it's
not.
quite famous. Bro, who's like what writer's gone? Like let's make the girl like obsess over her food. Oh yeah, salted fucking boiled potatoes. Like, I swear that's what they had in like
Salted
in like
potato.
Oh
fucking
yeah, so you like
medieval times.
potato.
It's just potato.
No, they
Like,
didn't have
okay,
them in
great.
medieval times, Joe. They, didn't have
They
potato.
ate boiled potatoes. That's what Gollum.
Dude, potatoes came from
Even
America.
even Gollum didn't want
Potatoes
boiled
came-
potatoes. All right.
Yeah, he
And that
hated.
shows
He
something.
wanted the
The-
rabbit.
Yeah.
So
I
apart
just
from
feel a
Decos, we're
bit.
kind of in unanimous agreement of like, what the fuck was this film, right?
I just feel
Yeah.
like this film has
Why did we
made
watch
our episode on the worst movie rated on Netflix kind of invalid, because I would actually this is
This
I-
was
this,
this was way worse.
this makes He's All That look like an actually decent movie, which is like
That's
despicable
saying
to say.
something.
Yeah. God, I'm trying to.
What
Okay,
was this rated? This is rated 93% on Rotten Tomatoes.
it's rated what?
Because not many
No.
critics reviewed it. There.
3% on Rotten
No,
Was it
it's
rated
not
on
rated.
Letterboxd? It's got a 3.2 on Letterboxd.
It's got an
Yeah.
audience.
Oh, yeah.
of
The
What did the
Letterboxd
reviews say for
scoring
it?
shocked me.
Oh, here we go. Look, there's a 1.5 star review. Oh my god, this. Oh yeah, she's actually really
It's fine.
fucking aggressive, and the boy seems super uncomfortable. But when she's a cat, that what? It's true. She's just. And then someone else saying people are saying horse girls are the weird ones. What the fuck?
Yeah, she was.
What is
Her
this? I
character
felt so
was like
sick at the
oddly
beginning of this
obsessive.
film. She's such an invasive stalker who's actually ignorant of how she makes people around her feel.
Yeah, that's the
how she
true.
makes her quote unquote target feel.
That's the real backstory. There's also just like random things that happen in this movie that are never touched upon again, and just like add to the confusion.
It's like plot threads that never.
Yeah, I mean, like for example, like the mother bit. That was
Yeah,
actually
like
one of
that-
the
yeah.
only scenes that I thought was quite funny. It's the only time I
Funny?
actually was like,
Well, when
have a
they
little
started
chuckle.
beating the
When
shit out of each other.
had a little quote unquote cat fight. Yeah.
Finger comedy over here.
Yeah. But you had the mother that
Yeah.
kind of appeared for a second and never came back after slapping the stepmother in the face. You had the whole.
Did you not
Why-
watch ends in credits? Like throughout the credits? The
No, I
credits, those
didn't. As
scenes
soon as it
happening.
was, I skipped.
As
the
soon
last,
as you could turn it off, Joe turned it off.
I skipped the last 5 minutes because I couldn't be bothered anymore. It's nearly 2 hours
Dude,
long.
They said I love you to each other.
Joe, how many skipped the last 5 minutes? There was the whole like end credit scene as well, like kind of. It was
Yeah,
like
there was the
stuff
credit
played
scene
during the
where she
credits.
was talking-
No.
Where like
Yeah,
her
she was
friend
talking
fell
Nearly
for the
conversation
other
two
boy.
hours long.
Her
Yeah.
friend fell
2
for the other boy, Joe.
hours.
How wholesome is that?
I can't believe I sat and watched a film about a cat for nearly 2
I
hours.
did fall asleep in the
You
first
watched
10
Puss in
minutes,
Boots.
but
watched,
woke
I was
up.
about to say you watched Puss in
Oh,
Boots.
he's not a cat. He's a hero. It
Um,
doesn't count.
He's a
Our
hero.
favourite
He's a
So you're
fearless
legend.
saying you
hero.
can't be a cat and a hero.
Dude, how dare
Racist.
you? How
You
dare
cannot
you
compare Puss
this
in Boots to this.
Puss in Boots? And okay then, since if Decos is more versed in this movie than me, that's fine. What the hell was the whole thing about him having weird cat arms for not turning into a cat? That just made no sense.
Yeah, what the fuck was
Oh
that?
yeah, he just didn't.
I bet it wasn't explained either. It just was there. They didn't want to animate another cat.
Yeah, they did it just
They got
because it
halfway
would look
through.
different.
Yeah, they got halfway
Oh.
through that scene and was like, you know what? We don't want
What
to
are
do
we?
another cat.
What are we doing with our lives?
Yeah, let's just give. If anything, if that's true, I respect the guy that probably turned around and be like, let's give him like weird cat like appendages. Like, what
And
the
then
fuck?
he turned himself into weird cat appendages. Funniest
Yeah.
shit I've ever seen.
Anyway, do you guys want to move on to the next section then?
We
What's
can
next
do.
section?
All right. The
Yeah,
next
we can
section
do.
is effects and stuff, but mostly we just talk about the stuff.
We're
Well,
gonna talk
like
about the stuff, aren't we?
we're gonna talk a little bit about the stuff. I guess we can talk about I guess that kind of just encompasses the whole like art style and how it was kind of like animated and stuff. Now I haven't seen many animes. The most recent one I've seen is
Yeah.
House Moving Castle, and I would say compared to that, this came out in 2020, right? And House Moving Castle, when that came out, like 1990s.
Yeah.
Looks.
2004.
Oh, all right,
Oh.
2004. Well, it's close. It's not like I was off by like loadsy. It was. That
this is-
looks significantly better
You
than
haven't.
this.
You don't watch movies that are before the 90s, like the 80s.
I've seen movies from the
So-
70s. I like
This-
Aliens, one of my favorite films that came out in the 70s.
79.
Star Wars.
Star Wars came out in like the 70s as well.
True.
True, 77, but then the rest of them are 80s, and that's only the first one.
Shut up.
The original Star War.
What
I
are you
don't
talking about
feel
the
like
70s? I'm talking about art styles here and how House of Castle looks so much better, and it came out way before.
But you can't compare any anime film really to Studio Ghibli because Studio
Yeah.
Ghibli are their own entity when it comes to anime.
Or more
Compared
just the
to
fact
other
that
anime,
every other anime looks the same. Shoot me.
not really, because some of them, some
Poke
use
the
more
bear.
CGI.
All
Some
right.
use more
Well,
CGI.
all right. Compared to
I'm gonna make you
Netflix
watch the
anime,
Demon Slayer film. Actually, I'm gonna put
another
Crunchyroll on
Netflix anime
someone's.
that came out recently, that I watched was Edge Runners, and that looked a lot better than this. Edge Runners looked a lot better than this.
Yeah, that's
Was that
because
that
that was an American
cyberpunk one?
anime.
What does that mean? It looks better. Surely that means it should look worse.
Saying that, this anime was it Warner Brothers, wasn't it? Plus an actual anime studio.
And it looked fucking boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Sorry.
studio? Because I'm pretty sure they're people who made the first 3 seasons of Attack on Titan.
I mean, we've already gathered that the cat did not look like a cat. So
No, it didn't. It was a person.
So in terms of some anime films, it's not actually that bad. In terms of what it looked like in quality.
honestly, it wasn't that. It doesn't have that much of appeal, like art style wise. Like, I mean, the fact that I know everyone says, "Oh yeah," I mean, I agree. The Studio Ghibli ones, like this style, in my opinion, are far better. But that's not like what makes it. You know, you're making an anime film. Part of that is the animation. You can't just whack a bog standard animation with a story and expect it to be good. All right.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It
Like
was
maybe
weird.
if like maybe if more of the story was in that like cat realm, it would have been a bit more interesting. Because then it kind of is like, okay,
Expand the
this is
cat
like a
lore, yeah.
bizarre fantasy world, but an
But
hour
they
and 20 of
set
it.
it up as being relatively grounded. Like the only magical
They
element was she
don't
could
go anywhere.
switch.
Wait, actually, I've just realised the whole film. You can fucking fact check it if you want. I'm confident in saying the entirety of this film is animated with the same like 5 backdrops.
To be fair, they probably didn't
Probably.
have too much of a budget. Maybe they didn't have a
It's
massive
a
budget.
Netflix-funded movie.
Yeah, well,
They
Joe,
could
Netflix.
have
that is
Like,
not a
something.
seal of fucking quality.
yeah,
Also, I think it might just be these are films that got made and then Netflix bought like the distribution
Yeah,
rights
well,
to
you
it.
can
Yeah,
tell. But you know
that's
what I'm trying to say? Like
They stick on it, the Netflix like logo.
the whole
and
movie
wrote it
happened in
for
like 5 locations, and that was it. It was either in her bedroom, in that weird like fucking pot making place, in the school, or in that weird like pathway where she found the big fat cat.
It's
That
not-
was the first hour was in that. They didn't
What
go
I think
anywhere
this
else.
film's meant to be is almost like, you know, a romance just vibe movie, sort of like a Linklater, like Richard Linklater's Before trilogy.
Oh, he's
So
done it again.
it's sort of going for like the nice, you know, this is just nice minimalist romance vibes sort of thing. But when your central romance is so unbelievably shit, nothing else,
and
you know,
based on like
every
extreme creepiness.
yeah,
Mm.
like when that initial premise just doesn't work, the entire film just falls apart around it essentially. Because that is all you're banking on. You've put all your eggs in that cute romance basket, and you just sat there like, I do not want these two people to get together. This is dreadful.
I mean, just even like the what do you call it? Like the main. What's the word?
Mandarin.
What's not the plot? Like the film, the conflict. Oh my god!
There you go.
There
He
we go.
figured it out.
One of the main conflicts, well, the main conflict of this movie, after you're about an hour in, is when she gets her human mask taken and given to another cat.
Snatched
Blah
away.
blah 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 blah. Although that just seemed like a load of bollocks because the conflict was resolved almost immediately. Because why did the other cat like just suddenly then decide, oh, I don't want to be human anymore, even though that was the whole point?
Because she saw she saw like how upset it was making like the mum that the cat wasn't there. So it showed that she did care about her as like the cat. So she wanted to go back so she could make her happy. It showed
Yeah,
that.
but-
To be fair, it did show that, but it's still a bullshit reason because she's
Could
a
have been
fucking
solved
human.
in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, she's a human and she's got fucking awesome lifespan. I already stayed as one.
I mean, I appreciate the fat cat. All right, he just wanted to live a bit longer. All right. I can't
Yeah.
remember any of the characters' names actually. Can we point that out?
Would
Thing
there be a
is,
dark,
I don't.
could be a
Right.
dark twist there, like a Final Destination thing, where it's she actually is dying, and so
Yeah.
he's stealing the lifespan. He's like taking nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, that's no, but
Nah.
Ryan, that again, we've got a problem there. That'd actually be a good.
So
written
using logic here, why is he so focused on her? Like someone who's like really given him like a bunch of effort to get the lifespan. All he has to do is go
Because
to one of those
they're
furry conventions. He's got like 20 lifespans in
Yeah.
like 2 seconds.
Bro,
Then
he'd
give
be
it to it
king,
with
though.
he'd be king. That's all he has to do. I mean, he's in Japan. He's halfway there.
Yeah, I do need more cat lore though, because why has he got all these magic powers? Who is he?
Sorry,
Anyway, you guys want to hop on to the next section
Back
then?
on
I think
track.
it's who was the acting goat and who was the acting stoat.
There ain't no go. Who
What do you
was two
mean?
acting stoats,
What do you
isn't it?
mean? The fat cat
Well,
guy.
okay.
Although I
Okay,
watched,
I
see,
could
this
maybe-
is where things could become a bit of an issue here because I watched mine in the English dub, so mine's going to have been completely different viewing
Same.
experience to anyone who watched it in the Japanese.
Well,
like,
No, I watched it in English. I wasn't watching it like, but I was watching it dubbed. I was not reading from a movie
Yeah.
podcast.
yeah.
Okay.
So I did
Unless
it
it's, like,
dubbed. You did
necessary.
it dubbed. Ryan?
Oh no, I watch it in English.
All right,
Yeah,
you watch it
same.
dubbed.
I
So I'm
think
assuming.
my honest opinion on like the dub versus just in the natural language
careful.
today is if it's like in real life, like a real life thing, watch it in the actual like the native language
Yeah.
because it's actual people and their actual
Yeah.
performances.
Exactly.
Whereas when it's animated, you're not really losing that
Yeah,
much.
you don't need to. You might as
Like,
well watch it
You
in
are
English.
losing that much because I watched an episode of an anime series. Where I like one episode and stuff. Then I watched it again in English. Completely
but-
different context of dialogue. Words
Yeah,
were completely different, and
Yeah,
context
but
was
it's
completely
because it
different.
doesn't translate well. So you're just listening to like the reason why it's different.
Exactly. That means
Yeah,
I was
but-
actually listening to
Okay,
it
yeah,
wrong.
no, okay. I know what Decos is saying, and I can appreciate, I can respect that.
Also,
I
if you're listening to
definitely
it
say,
sub, you're a scrub.
I would say that he's right in some cases, but let me tell you now, the fact that I listened to this film in dub is not the reason this film was shite. Okay, this film was shite.
yeah,
in
I know.
general.
I'm not saying that's the reason why you think it's shite. I'm just
I know the dialogue's going to be different, but trust me, it was more the fact that it was a cat and a fucking lad trying to bang. That's what threw me off. So, acting stoat number 1 is the girl.
The girl. Yeah. The fucking
Acting
cat.
stoat number 2, the boy. Acting stoat number 3, the other boy. Acting stoat number 4.
Ah, yes.
There can only be a singular stoat.
There can only be a
okay?
singular
It's survival
stoat,
of the
Joe.
Okay.
stoat.
Okay, I'll.
Commit
You know what?
to. Commit to the
I
girl.
won't even say the girl. I won't even say the girl because I can imagine maybe that the original voice actor would probably put a lot of effort into it. So maybe that's a bit harsh. But because we're not really going off acting, we're going off voice acting. So I'm trying to think who had the most jarring voice. No, honestly, because that's what it all comes down to.
That's true.
Who had
Yeah,
the
it is true.
shittest voice?
Uh,
No, I don't know actually. Maybe I don't know who voiced it in
Mom.
English, but the English version of the
the
girl's
girl
voice
was
pretty
kind of
fucking annoying.
irritating. She was
Yeah,
irritating.
it was
Yeah.
actually.
I think
I
like,
also
the
think the
delivery is especially creepy of some of the lines, and it just does not help.
Yeah. It does not. It
Yeah.
just doesn't help her stalker case at all. What about the goat though?
In
Go.
sub, by the way, I would like to say it's stepmom. That's my John. The
Oh,
girl's voice was quite better and stuff. The goat's the cat. Like
wait, which cat?
Yeah,
sub.
the fat
The
gangster
math
cat.
seller.
Oh, the
Yeah.
master. Yeah.
He was pretty good in. He was pretty
I
good in.
I
sub
listened
as
to
well,
him for a
so.
bit in
Like,
sub, and he sounded
amazing,
pretty
but,
good. But then I listened to him. Yeah, I listened to him in dub, and he sounded alright. I listened to him sub better.
Look at Mr. Elitist over here.
Yeah, I'm not.
Right. Oh, we're on to the score.
Thank God.
Right. All right. Well, we're scoring then. All right. Let's kind of. I feel like Decos should go first because he's the outlier here. I'm assuming.
What
It
do
was
you
his
mean
pick.
outlier?
It was your pick, so
What was your
starting
pick?
with
So
you
yeah,
is probably fair.
it's only fair, Decos. It's only fair.
Well, let me look at the
You cannot
ones.
use the other fucking films on this.
Yeah,
video.
this list
it's
should not be an
that is
accurate
not doable.
representation.
This
That
is
is true.
It's not
this
mine
I'm
of its
looking
own.
at this and thinking, I can't. I'll put in D.
But it's not a documentary.
It's not a documentary.
That is not reserved for documentaries only.
It is. It
Okay,
is.
if it's reserved for documentary, I think it's C.
Ah!
I
No,
can go in
let's-
D. I
Let's
think
not
it.
be. Okay,
for
let's
Joe
not
is
be
fuck.
rash here, Decos.
let's
not be rash.
Let's leave it in D because it's not going to go in there anyway. So you can put D.
Yes, but I might average it high enough for it to
I think.
not be
Well,
avoided.
let's find what everyone else said first before we start making rash decisions like that.
Joe, anything to add?
Oh, is it my turn to vote now?
Yes,
No, it's your turn to
turn.
claim guilt.
Shut your mouth. Is it my turn to vote?
Yes.
Yeah,
so
it's your turn. All right, go.
Void.
Anyway, void. Let's move on.
Void, yeah. No, honestly, I don't need to explain anything. It's void. That's it. It can't. It literally, like, I wish I could go back and not watch it. It was
You
that
want
shit.
you want your 2 hours back.
I do. As I said in my log line, I lost 2 hours of my life. 2 hours that I've consumed. Like when I die and I get if I get a list of
would
everything I
rather
did through my
watch-
life.
If I had,
Yeah,
I like
you're
to-
fundamentally you're flashing back through the key
Yeah.
points.
Yeah, and
If-
the fact
if
that on
I-
one day I spent 2 hours sitting and watching this film, it's a
I would like to say, in reference to next week's film, if in my free time I had the choice between this film and Insidious 1, I would have chosen this film.
well, you're
Maybe
wrong.
you need to get your priorities.
Right, get the score up. Right, who's
Durant is
voting
not for
next?
free men.
Oh,
Ryan,
all right,
vote
so we're back. Right,
What do
so
you
we've
mean?
got a D and a void. Ryan, I think you're up next.
I'm a bit more lenient than Joe. I don't think this.
Oh,
th-
for
there are.
fuck's sake!
I'm sorry. It just isn't
so
the void
angry.
tier to me. To me, the world is not a better place because if this film doesn't.
Well, you're
exist.
wrong. You're actually just wrong. It's not an opinion.
This
You're
is our
actually wrong.
man who has defeated.
There is no opinion on this. There's a right answer and a wrong answer, and you are wrong.
Hidden beneath the veil of some fucked bullshit. Okay, there is a chance at a decent movie in here, even
Oh,
if it's hidden
What if
behind.
you take away the cats and the fucking
if
stupid
you take
story?
away
If
the
you
creep
take away the
factor,
movie, if you
it's
take away
like-
the film, you've got a good film. Well, that's logical, isn't it? It's ridiculous. You can't. He has to go in the void.
Nichols gave it D tier, and you're like
Yeah,
going
but-
off of me.
It's his film. You know,
I can
even though
understand that.
You're a lot of
it's
heart for
stupid.
this, Joe. You.
It's
Joe, it's not
I
gonna
mean,
be a good. It's not a good
Decos'
rating. It's F tier. It's like
Decos'
just above the
Decos'
void.
score is outrageous, but it's his film, so I can't really argue it. You, on the other hand, I thought you were a better man than this.
There's just look, okay. The
you
Ghostbusters
were
coefficient, okay,
Oh
it
my
is
god!
much worse.
So where are you putting it?
in the look, in F in the Ghostbusters
Oh my
coefficient,
God.
Joe? Is it better? Okay, is it worse
What is
or
involved
equal to
at the moment,
Ghostbusters?
Andrew?
Just the
Just
fall.
the fall. How is the
Wow.
fall in there and this isn't?
What did he's all that get?
F.
Sorry.
F.
An F.
That's because I.
And
bumped
we've
it
all
up.
agreed. We all said
Oh.
earlier that this film makes that look good, so it can't go in the same category.
I
didn't
mean,
agree.
no. Actually,
All right.
but I actually quite enjoyed that.
Whatever. Whatever. Okay, I want to hear
thought about
Cameron.
detail.
I
Like,
know.
I was like,
I've had
these ones
enough.
are
I don't want to
great.
hear it.
Right,
Oh.
yeah, so we're back. So we have a D, the void, and an F. Now, I can make or break kind of lists coming up. Now, as much as I
It's not
despise
really
so many
void,
concepts
so-
of this film, I was laughing quite a bit at some
No,
sections.
you
of it.
weren't. No, you haven't once said you were
I was
laughing.
laughing at some sections.
You're just
so
saying this.
No. There was some sections where I genuinely just started. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" and just laughing my ass off at how
so
weird
bad
and
it's good.
creepy. So
Yeah, so bad
I'd
it's good. These
happily give
games got
this. I'd happily give this a B.
You are joking. That's
No,
not.
no,
That's not
no,
serious rating.
no. I just no. I'll put this in the void. That's what I want
Yeah,
it.
a good man right there.
Put it
A
in there.
sensible
Put
man.
it in there. I was okay. The laughing stuff I made up. I was just trying to piss off Joe. Honest to Christ, I was watching this. I was
Joe's
more.
a man on the edge
No,
right
I
now.
was
Joe's
screaming
gonna
I
get
just
void.
out
can't
of
understand
disgust
how.
at some
I just
sections
can't-
in this. Going like, what
just
the
can't
actual
get-
fuck is this? Like when the cat
Yeah.
started getting pleasured. Like what the fuck was that? Like this
Joe's
is
gonna get pissed. Joe's gonna get pissed off though when he realizes what the score's gonna be.
Yeah, no, I get it's avoided the void, but I think that's
it has
bollocks.
avoided the void.
After the conversation that we've just had for the past hour, the fact that this has not gone into the void.
I know it
is-
sounds
just,
stupid, and I know it sounds bad, but if you watch enough anime, you get desensitized to that creepy stuff.
So we've got void, D and F. Where's it average out to? Someone else want to do it? I can't be asked to do maths today.
I
D and
got
F.
I think we
It
go
goes
from.
in the.
Actually, you know what?
I think it's a high F, a low E.
I'll do it.
It has to
And then
go
that's
F.
1 plus
Plus
1
two.
plus
It has
2
to go into the F. It
plus
can't
4
go higher.
equals that divided by 4 equals.
Yes,
Yeah, it's
it's
2,
F,
so it's
yeah.
F. Exactly F, yeah.
That is outrageous.
Perfect.
It's outrageous. It's unfair.
How is The Fall the only film that's going to the void?
Well, at least
Because it was
Ant-Man
falling to the
Quantumania
bottom
is
of our
getting some
tier
more
list.
company. My name is Darren.
What?
No, because that's from Quantumania, that fucking MODOK guy, where he starts screaming his name's Darren and he's not a dick.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what he means. Anyway, move on.
too niche a reference, dude.
I know.
With the power.
I can make up one.
No,
No. I'll come up with one.
with the
I can
power
make you
of
think
movie
one
magic,
Anime one.
A Whisker Away has been begrudgingly placed in F
Whisked
tier when it
away,
should have
you
been whisked into the
Voided.
fucking void and crushed beneath the weight of all these other
Hey,
films.
this is a democratic party.
There was nothing democratic about
If
that.
it's an F tier, then
We
it
literally
deserves
each
the F tier.
voted for the score and it's averaged out to an F. That is the definite. I just think, Joe, you know, maybe Brazil didn't
So if
have
you
its
tr-
intended
Joe, if
effect
you
on
tr-
you last week. You know, maybe
Joe, if you
maybe
tried
you like
harder-
totalitarian bureaucratic society.
I think he does. And in this case, it would work, so.
This film ended up in the void because it didn't have a form B2F.
Yeah. Joe,
Goddamn
if you tried
right.
harder, then maybe you could have.
I mean,
got this
I don't-
in void. It
Maybe the
doesn't-
film doesn't have a form B2F. I think it could just go into the void because of that. Joe, what do you think?
What?
Do you think
What
it
was
should
that?
just go in the void anyway?
Yeah.
I mean, we
I
have
do.
the power to do
Yeah.
it.
No, you don't. I run the tier list.
What's to know with Joe? Where we get to know? What Joe wants to know? Joe? What would you want to know?
I want to know, out of 10, how much do you like cats?
And
Okay, thank you.
I own a
Decos.
cat though, so that's very
Okay.
6.9.
Okay, thanks, Cameron.
why
Okay?
6.9?
No, we don't need to, Decos. We don't need to
Sorry,
ask that
sorry.
question. Ryan, out of 10, how much do you like cats?
Well, okay, this is like a two-pronged answer because
No, it's not.
It
It's
would
a
be an
number
11. It would,
answer.
Joe.
Say
It
a
would be
number.
no, because it would be an 11 out of 10. But
Okay.
Decos walks his cat, and for that, it loses 4 points, so it's a 7 out of 10. Also, some
Okay.
cats are
I don't
giants.
walk it anymore. I only walked it so we
Thank
got used
you.
to the road.
Oh, it walks you.
Me, I would,
Yeah.
The cat,
I
not the
would
dog,
out of
the dominant
10,
one.
I would say I'd give cats a void. All right.
Oh, wait,
whoa,
the
whoa,
other cats.
Whoa!
Who's the other cats?
Now that's it. That's all I wanted to
Damn,
know.
that was a twist.
Thanks
twisted.
for taking part.
Well, that's
in
all we
this
wanted
week.
to know.
Yeah, let's finish now.
Well, thanks for joining us this week, everybody. So, as you can tell, the What's the Name with Joe, it was nice. It was we managed to cover
Nice and
some nice
quick.
ground there. So what we're doing is next week we're going to be delving into the horror genre a little bit, and we're going to be looking at Insidious.
Hey,
Oh, so that's
finally.
Joe's choice. Looking at Insidious.
I would like
The
to
new
point-
one's out in cinemas.
Is there-
So
Is there a reason why the SI, the C in Insidious is highlighted? Is it secretly Spanish and it's about yes?
Maybe.
I don't know, but the kid's eyes have Insidious and then is in his
Well,
eyes.
have you guys ever watched it before?
Nah.
No.
Yeah,
I don't
read
like
Well,
horror, so
I
I'm
read
not
it from
going.
I can
Blockbuster.
quote the what do you call it, the description. Okay, so give
If
you a
I
brief.
don't like this, I will
Alright.
slap you. I'll go to your house and
Imagine,
slap you.
imagine you were dealing with demons, but it wasn't the house that was possessed, but it was the boy. That's the description of the film.
I don't
Man.
like
Set that up
horror
for you.
films.
All right, well, yeah.
Good.
So join us next week for whatever Joe is trying to explain to us there. Yeah, it should be great fun. Anyway, yeah. I'll take you back to the main slide. So yeah, thanks for listening. Follow us on socials. Follow, subscribe, leave a comment of movies we can watch because that'd be pretty cool. We'll prioritize them in our listings of stuff. Ring the little bell thing so you get notifications. We have TikTok. We have an Instagram that's never updated. It's great. We make shorts. Check out our shorts. They're great. Check out our previous videos. And yeah, just thanks for
That
listening this week.
shade that's being
Say bye,
thrown.
guys.
Bye.
No,
I
go fuck
abstain.
yourself.